This is just me going through vMix, practicing one of my presentations, and seeing what it might look like going through this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint, and I'll just talk through that a little bit and give you the pitch and see what you think. Bring up presentation. This is just the front page of the PowerPoint. It's my title slide. Your Media Simplified is my proposition value, because basically it's really hard to navigate this media landscape, and having someone who understands how it works and creates the content at the same time saves everyone a lot of hassle. You don't have to work with a bunch of different people if you don't want to. Very straightforward, very easy process. We now live in a world in which content marketing needs a strategic edge. What does that mean? That means that marketing with your content and just putting it out there doesn't really fly anymore. It's all about coming up with a brand strategy and developing an implementation strategy for that content, and that's how you're really going to make the most bang for your buck when it comes to content creation for your business. A little timeline. The 1990s, brands began creating content to market products versus conventional advertisements. By 2000, computer ownership jumps to 51% of US households. Brands know they have to get online. By the mid-2000s, businesses began utilizing, less than noble tactics, some nefarious marketing tactics known as black hat SEO strategies, a lot of backlinking to, robot websites, fake, indexes to sort of improve rankings. Fast forward to 2012, Google comes up with an algorithm that kind of weeds out these nefarious business practices when it comes to marketing and SEO. Presently, the algorithms keep improving, which actually levels the playing field for all businesses, which creates an opening for strategic media to outperform established businesses. You have the difference to make a foray into a market that seemingly has a very large presence already and might be saturated, because you have an edge up on people in terms of the content that you're creating to present your product. In the past 5 years, the amount of users that read or view content before making a purchase has risen to 77%. That's more than 3/4 of the people who make a purchase have actually consumed some form of brand associated content before doing so. So not having a strategic marketing ability is a huge missed opportunity for a lot of businesses that choose not to participate, or maybe just are unaware of that statistic. Quality content has a longer lifespan, so creating something really effective, you don't need to keep coming out with new stuff all the time. It creates an impact, and quality content drives SEO results. So not only are you getting a better value because you're actually having to create less content, is also helping you by propelling your stats to the top of the search results. Q. A good example of this would be Dollar Shave Club. Their ad, which went viral with an initial investment of $4,500, generated 12,000 new orders within 2 days. That's pretty huge when it comes to actually getting the most for your money, with a minimal investment, kind of generating 3 times what you could possibly do within 2 days is, pretty significant. The state of multimedia marketing is strong. 85% of businesses use video as a marketing tool. 88% of video marketers reported that videos gave them a positive ROI, and consumers continue to use video as an integral part of their journey with brands, and they are excited to see even more video content in the year ahead. What does this all mean? Building a customer base in untapped markets. This is a huge opportunity for people to reach out to audiences they normally wouldn't be able to communicate with, capture people's imagination in a way that normally they can't do through conventional advertising and marketing. Creating a rapport with existing customers and promoting brand loyalty is equally as important. A huge part of retention in sales is the ability to create something that your customers can relate to and keep coming back to. And that's what you want, because, I mean, there's always going to be a competitor who's trying to steal your customers away, and what's going to give you the edge to keep them coming back to you. Also outshining competitors in SEO rankings, as well as brand image, which we discussed earlier. The better your content is, the higher it's going to be in SEO rankings. Where I come in, I can combine marketing with content creation. So that's really where the rubber meets the road. That's where you're going to be involved in the process the whole way and not lose sight of the mission. A lot of times when these projects change hands between different firms, they can really get warped and change the initial direction of it, which ends up in kind of a confused message and low quality content. Along those lines, directing content with the aesthetics that honor the brand sensibilities. Again, not muddling the message by putting too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. And a flexible workflow with multiple product offerings. So it's not just a cookie cutter viral video or ebook or whatever consumable. It's tailor-made to the specific needs and the most impactful part of that particular client. A lot of competitors have, as I discussed, compartmentalized agency structures, a lack of innovation in individualized content, and that's volume-based. A lot of times they just don't have the luxury of being able to focus on a single client with the amount of care that they deserve. And they're also not agile enough to adapt to cutting-edge media strategies. Someone who needs to be on the ground and understand what people are coming out with and what's impacting people and being most effective in terms of marketing. This is just something nice that someone I worked with had said with me about my ability to create, content and be dedicated to the cause. So thank you. I really appreciate that, Kaylin. And if you have any questions or just want to reach out to have a discussion about what we could possibly do for you, here's my information, my email address, my phone number, and my website if you want to just go look at some of the work I've done and find out a little bit more. So thank you. And I just wanted to kind of test this out and see how vMix would work for me in terms of my presentation. I will be doing free online classes kind of just about the science of the world, understanding things, critical thinking, why you should be reading, things of that nature. So if you appreciate that, tune in. I'll be putting these videos up on Facebook. I'll have a YouTube channel. The MediaScienceFoundation.org is where you will find that information. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I appreciate everybody. Thank you.